Who the fuck made bills? Who the hell made bills? Why are we paying for shit, man, that's provided to the earth for free?
The housing market is shit, and nobody's fixing it.
I think we would just like to have one damn month where we are not panicking over the grocery bill or having to check our bank account before we even go into the grocery store. Just 1 month.
There's no reason people should have full-time jobs and be sleeping in their car because they cannot afford to pay the rent that is ridiculously high right now.
Bro, the cost of living is insane right now.
Over 60% of all Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. If an emergency situation were to come up, if they get a flat tire on their car, a medical bill comes through and everything, they literally can't afford their way of living.
If I go to the produce section and I try to get the fresh shit, by the time I get some fresh tomatoes, some fresh celery, all my little bells and whistles that I want for my kids, that right there alone, produce is $40. Produce is $40 because I got a family of 5. Produce.
It's insane. Absolutely insane.
Can somebody explain why a simple trip outside now costs a half a paycheck? Every bill is getting bigger. Every grocery trip feels more painful. And my wallet is starting to look personally offended. If you're wondering where all your money is disappearing to, you are not alone. I'm missing my money too. I'm tired of paying bills. Life is expensive, but we gotta live. Check this out.
I have absolutely no idea why people say as long as my bills are paid and my kids are taken care of, if I have no more money left, I'm not broke. Yes, you are. Stop saying it. You are still broke. You need to have money taken. You need to have money left over, especially if you have kids, because things can come up at any point in time. Like you need to have money outside of just paying your bills. We do not live to just pay bills. Cut back on some expenses or make more money.
Can somebody please tell me why my usual $70 grocery haul just cost me $135? What the fuck did I even buy? Like, I don't even remember buying anything.
You ever sit around and just think about it, man? Every time that you pay a bill, man, you like, who the fuck made bills? Who the hell made bills? Why are we paying for shit, man, that's provided to the earth for free? Water is supposed to be free, right? Isn't light outside supposed to be free? Like, daylight's supposed to be free, but we pay for it, guys. Think about it, though. Who the hell came up with daylight savings where the hour hand goes back a certain time of the year? Then it moves forward a certain time of the year. It makes no sense, man. Why are we paying for gas, man? Who actually sanctioned this, man, and making us pay for it? People feel like that they bad with money, but you're not bad with money. It's the economy that's bad. All these made up laws and all these made up rules got people struggling out here. They got people struggling. If you only make $400 a week at your job and your mortgage or your rent is 17 or 1800, it takes you at least 4 paychecks just to pay your mortgage. How the hell did you get caught up on your bills, your vehicle payment, your car insurance, your groceries, everyday life's necessities? Who the hell made up bills, man? It's just a way for people to continue to do bad because everything else is going up except your paycheck. Your paycheck is going to stay the same. And then you work 3 or 4 jobs. You're never at home. You're paying for a place that you never get to stay in. You're paying for a car that you never get to drive. Who the hell made up bills? Where did this come from? And now they got another thing called daylight savings. What the fuck is daylight saving saving? How much money is it saving? Can somebody answer that? Where the hell did bills come from?
The housing market is shit, and nobody's fixing it. People are working 2 to 3 jobs just to have a roof over their heads. If you still have that friend that calls you, keep them close because people that make time for that are the best. Paying $2,000 to $3,000 for 1 bedroom apartment shouldn't be a thing. The housing market should be way better. There's so much homelessness, stealing, and people squatting in houses because they can't afford them. I work a 9 to 5, do coaching sessions, and do affiliate marketing, and it's still not enough. People ask me, Vivian, why don't you drink anymore? Drinking is a luxury. Having a hangover is a luxury. I have to be doing something to make money to live in the Bay Area. Yes, it's the most expensive place. At some point, and I hit my breaking point, I'm gonna leave to Seattle, to somewhere way cheaper. It's convenient for me because I'm visually impaired and I take public transit and I have to walk everywhere. But if I don't have time to enjoy my life, to spend it with the people I love, what's the point? Living in a house should be a basic need, a necessity to survive. Look at the animals in the wild. They have shelters, they have their basic needs met, they have their food, and we can't even do that? Who's in charge of this?
I'm unemployed and I need about $6,000 a month to be able to pay for everything in my life. So here's what I did. I ran the numbers about all my bills, everything that I need to pay, from my mortgage to my car to daycare, groceries, everything. And basically, what I realized is that I'm going to give myself, or I have about 5 to 6 months to figure out exactly what it is that I want to do with my life. Because right now I am career confused or purpose confused, whatever you want to call it. So I'm treating this like a 6 month experiment. I want to try different ways to make money and I want to document what works. I don't want to build from panic because I have been there before. I've had 3 jobs, so I know how to make money out of survival, like out of panic mode because I have no money and I need to figure it out how to make money. But that's not what I want to do this time. So I have a timeline and I'm being intentional with it. I need to figure it out in a way. And I'm going to give myself 6 months, no job. Just going to be making money out of things that I like. Hopefully, I'm going to be trying different things. So we'll see what happens.
Let's cut the crap and tell the truth. You mean to tell me that the husband and the wife are working 2 jobs and they are still drowning? I need moms to start talking about this part. They are doing everything right and they still cannot breathe financially. You're exhausted, your husband is exhausted, and you're passing your kids back and forth like it's a freaking relay race. And if you're lucky, you have parents that are still here and they can help you with the kids, which they shouldn't have to. One of you is working overtime, the other one is doing a side hustle. The bills just continue to pile up. The groceries are even more expensive. You can't afford to get a gallon of freaking milk. And the best part about it is, people act like you are lazy because you are struggling financially. Let me be real with you. I have 9 years of college. My husband also has a degree. And we are still trying to make ends meet and still give our kids a life. Like, does this sound relatable to you at all? We are not lazy. We are freaking burnt out. This is not the American dream anymore. And I think a lot of moms are at their freaking breaking point because it doesn't matter what we do. There's no stopping this. There's no fixing this. Working harder is not the answer. And so more and more women are learning new skills, starting their own businesses, or finally taking content making seriously. Survival mode is crushing the mother. And I don't think it's the fact that people want some sort of luxury life. They just want some damn peace. I think we would just like to have one damn month where we are not panicking over the grocery bill or having to check our bank account before we even go into the grocery store. Just 1 month.
We are not pissed off enough. Not about the rent, not about the food, not about the fact that literally everything costs more every second you fucking look up. While every paycheck just leases you back your own life. Every week, every 2 weeks, or hell, in some cases, for some people, only once a month. We should be furious. But we've been taught to just stay calm and be professional and just keep it respectful while everything around us just keeps falling apart. They've really built a system that's so exhausting that people don't even have the energy to be angry anymore. They'll sit in traffic for 2 hours, work 10 more, scroll through news about corruption and layoffs, and then just sigh and say, well, it is what it is, and then do it again tomorrow. That's not the peace that we deserve. That's defeat. We've been so used to being mistreated that fairness feels like a fantasy. We're so used to struggle that survival feels like success. And the few who are pissed off, the ones who refuse to pretend that this is okay, they're labeled negative and lazy and crazy. They're actually the only sane ones left. Because if you can look around and still think that this is normal, You're not. You're not strong. You're extremely sedated.
I just learned the average annual household income you need to buy a house is $115,000 a year. So if you're by yourself, that's what you need to make. Now I am by myself and I make good money, but I don't make 115 grand a year. That's crazy. The price of cars is out of control too. But I was in a motorcycle accident 3 years ago, and 2 years ago I was good with the money. I was smart with the money that I received. I bought myself a house, but I can tell you with the amount that I put down on this 2-bedroom, 1-bath cracker box for myself would have taken me a lifetime to save. So I was very fortunate. It's insane. Absolutely insane. It should not. You should be able to buy a home and still make decent money. What is happening? It's sad because there's so many people out there that want their own house, and they can't do that. Shit, they can't even buy a freaking car. You hear people bitching about this all the time. I just decided to bitch too. Have a good Sunday.
People talk about the housing crisis like it's just numbers, but it actually changed how people live inside their bodies. I have experienced instability firsthand, and what people don't talk enough about is how expensive housing forces you into survival mode, even when you're doing everything right. You stop making choices that are based on what's healthy and start choosing decisions that are based on what you can afford to survive. Since 1970s, the rent has gone up over 50%, adjusted for inflation, but the wages have not kept up. Even renting isn't a safe fallback anymore. This is why so many people feel stuck, why so many people stay in jobs that drain them, why people stay in relationships that don't feel safe. It isn't really a lack of motivation, but a lack of real options. When housing eats up majority of your income, rest becomes a luxury and choice becomes dangerous. And then people confuse survival with stability.
Minimum wage should not be the same price as 1 gallon of gas. No one should have to work an hour of work to only be able to afford 1 gallon of gas. Stop telling people to choose a better job. You didn't have to choose a better job back then. Minimum wage was set in place so that people will be able to work full time and take care of their home, have food, have transportation, and apparently be able to go on a couple of vacations because that's what they was able to do back then. So that means you need to work about 14 hours to be able to put a tank of gas in your car to be able to get to the job. We're not even talking about living expenses. We're not talking about food. We're not talking about having, you have children, you have a family. There's no reason people should have full-time jobs and be sleeping in their car because they cannot afford to pay the rent that is ridiculously high right now. I can't even imagine being a college student and needing to pay for an apartment and splitting rent, splitting what, $2,500, splitting that between 3 people. Nobody, no college student should have to do that. Really and truly, no adult should be paying $2,500 for an average apartment that was $1,250 6 years ago.
Bro, the cost of living is insane right now. Like, what are we doing? I swear before COVID in my area, $20 an hour was like, you balling, you good. Now, people that making $20 an hour, I'm like, man, how are they surviving? Like, this is insane. Fast food places are paying $20 an hour now. So $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour. Obviously, all of this is relative to where you live. So my $20 an hour where I live in Northern Virginia may be your $16 an hour, or maybe your $30 an hour. It all really depends on where you live. Like, I can't be the only one that sees this stuff. Like, I can't be the only one that understands what's going on. And it honestly worries me that there's some people out there that make less than that. Like, think about the people out there that's making minimum wage. Like, probably have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make up for, a livable income. It's insane.
You could think that the game you're going to, the cheapest price for the game 3 you're going to is $8,000. Everyday Americans can't afford these sporting events.
I know, but they can watch it on television. It's sort of semi-free to watch it on television, but that's the way life goes. You have some, and now if the game wasn't if the team wasn't a big success, you could go very easily. So you can do that too. But that's the way life is. And they've had great success.
I want you to imagine that you are a normal individual and you hear the President of the United States inform people who can't even afford groceries that an $8,000 ticket to a basketball game, well, that's just life and that's just the way it is. As there is over 60% of all Americans struggle to pay bills, and I mean truly struggle to pay bills, because over 60% of all Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. If an emergency situation were to come up, if they get a flat tire on their car, a medical bill comes through and everything, they literally can't afford their way of living. But here's the President of the United States talking about an $8,000 basketball ticket, and it's just the way life is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Why is outside this expensive? It should not be this expensive, sweetheart, because okay, first and foremost, groceries costs are so disgusting. Between DoorDash or grocery shopping, you spending the same amount of money. Between what little groceries you're getting for $100, you might as well get takeout on DoorDash. I guarantee you, if you go out of your way and make it yourself, you still probably only gonna save you what, $10? Remember when grocery shopping used to be, oh, I did all of this and I can still save 50, 100, $150 if I just grow. No, it's pretty much the same. What used to be, I can casually remember bread, eggs, milk will not cost you more than $10. Bread, eggs, and milk. Now, bitch, bread, eggs, and milk, I damn near gotta break a dub. I gotta go in with $20 at Walmart to get bread, eggs, and milk. But please, please, please clarify me. Please let me know if that's the minimum for the minimal thing to have in your house. Just the minimal source of food and rations is $20. Can y'all tell me what the minimum wage is right now? Oh, okay. So already, as an American, already behind on the 8 ball again. Okay, let's keep going. How are you supposed to feed your family when prices are this high? Like, it's getting to the point. Remember when it used to be the cost and what you have or what you make? It kind of, there'll be a gap between it, but now it's literally the cost and what you have. They are in neck and neck. Another thing I have with this whole dystopian Hunger Game, everybody survive, scratching and surviving diversion series type of fucking shit going on is why everything is a luxury now. Now life is set up that if it's literally you have to play the game of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Either I want a full thing of groceries for my house and stop, or my rent and my bills are not going to get paid, or I can't get gas now. So you mean to tell me for the regular family, not the 2%ers, not the ones that's, calling everybody because they got $99 billion in their account and they can control everything, the regular family that's a blue collar dad and a teaching mom, to the point I'm starting to feel like it's starting to be a little spicy for people that got real good income. Please tell me why making $80,000 a year is still not enough now. In America, we used to be the free country, land of the free, home of the brave. We used to be where everybody dreamed to go, and now people are turning their nose up at us because they might as well just stay in Paris. They rather stay in Croatia. They rather stay where the hell they at than come over here and deal with our bullshit. And as an American, I'm upset and I wish I didn't have to deal with this bullshit. Why is rent so high? And then you making people choose between you can either have a roof over your head this month or your phone bill gonna get cut off. Oh, okay, let's keep talking about it. As an American, as a real American, look, just because I'm on TikTok, please understand, baby, I ain't making no TikTok money. I'm letting it be known. It hurts out here. Unless somehow you know how to pity pinch and you know how to scrape a dime and save a nickel to make $1 like I do, it's hard out here. Unless you got somebody that is the breadwinner and they're making enough money and you know how to budget and watch every single dollar being taken out of an account for whatever expense, it's gonna be hard out here. Why is gas so motherfucking expensive? Gas is fucking $5. $5? I went to my gas station down the street. I filled it up before all hell broke loose. It was like 237, 242. Literally filled her up. Within the next week, that same gas station said $3.16. And I checked that yesterday. So you mean to tell me the people that I now have to DoorDash because I can't afford food for real at the grocery store, I gotta get my DoorDasher, and now my DoorDasher gotta go out here, but because we know how DoorDashers can be and how a DoorDasher life is, you mean to tell me every order is pretty much them just making their gas gas money. So somebody out here that's door dashing they ass off for 12 hours a day only comes back with 75, maybe we're gonna say $100. They work their ass off for $100. And by the time they put that damn money in their tank, the net value is really $40. $40 for all that damn hard work. Y'all don't see the discourse. Y'all don't see the gap. Y'all don't see the disconnect. It's hard out here as a motherfucking American, and I hate it here. Why is it a luxury for me to get avocados? Why is it a luxury for me to have to get fruits and vegetables for my kids so they don't have to end up eating just straight carbs and trans fat? You want to know why? Because if I go to the produce section and I try to get the fresh shit, by the time I get some fresh tomatoes, some fresh celery, all my little bells and whistles that I want for my kids, that right there alone, produce is $40. Produce is $40 because I got a family of 5. Produce. Then don't let it be your baby need infant meal. Don't let it be your baby needs special type of formula. That's another $30 a can. Why is it so hard in America right now? And then people want to wonder why we're not having kids. Bitch, we can barely afford the kids we got. We can barely afford ourselves. And you are surprised that we ain't having no more kids out here? Because if I go to the supermarket, one more baby, it's gonna bring my house into bankruptcy. When was the last time y'all went to the goddamn car maintenance? When's the last time you drove the Honda or the Ford? I remember when my Honda oil change was $60. That was a wonderful time, prime time, good time. Now, that very same Honda, didn't get a new Honda, 2016 CRV, go to the same establishment that used to charge me $60. It's $85 to $100 for an oil change. It's $100 now because she way over her mileage. Why? Okay, so you mean to tell me if that's the case, that means the people that's driving Benzes, y'all feeling it too. Even though you making your architectural, your nursing money, your doctor money, you still feeling it because as somebody that has a luxury car, you're not gonna take it to no shade tree mechanic. You're gonna go to the real dealership so they can handle it. And what used to be your $120 oil change, how much is it now? How much is it now to get that BMW tuned up? How much is it now to get that Benz tuned up? How much is that Jag to get tuned up? Oh, okay, it's expensive as fuck out here for no reason. And people want to know why is everybody staying home? What happened to club culture? How come many people don't really go out? We simply can't afford it. You want to know why we can't afford it? Because we are trying to enjoy the rent that we probably can't afford for the next month. Because life is just too goddamn expensive. Please understand, it's expensive out here as an American. It's horrible out here as an American. And honestly, I just need a restart. We need a restart button. And let's not get started on health insurance if you ain't got Medicaid and you actually paying out of pocket because you got benefits. Don't let it be you find out you're not in network. Don't let it be you find out you might have benefits, but by the time you get everything handled and squared away, baby, they only gonna cover $200, and the other $700 is on you. How you get insurance to pay for anything happening to your family and y'all health, but you still gotta pay? I'm paying you so I don't have to pay, and I still end up paying where they do that at. And baby, we can't even start about daycare. I became a stay-at-home mom because I looked into daycare, and daycare, that right there is a luxury. You want to know what luxury is? Having daycare and being able to afford your gas every time you need gas and buying all your groceries at once. Because who the hell got $175 a week for a newborn? So you mean to tell me I'm giving you damn near $600 a month for my newborn who only has to fucking drink milk, piss and shit on herself and go to sleep? That's all it takes. And then it only goes down like $25 when she becomes a toddler. So I'm still paying heavy money. No. So how y'all doing that? How are y'all affording childcare and rent? And let's not talk about those that become homeowners. It used to be you want to be a homeowner because that's what they told you to do. When you get yourself situated and established, you get a family, you marry somebody, and you make a home. Buy a home now that's $400,000. And here's the thing, even if you pay that money every single month with your mortgage and escrow and all that shit tied up, if you don't pay your property tax on time, they can still take your shit. So even if I'm giving you $1,500 for my mortgage, if I don't keep on tracking them property taxes, I could pay everything up and have my house paid off and let me miss 3 months of property taxes. They can take my fucking house. What? It seems like they just want us to lose any way you can possibly lose. How does that work? How are y'all able to do private school? How are y'all able to do anything? It's damn near Carnegie money. Who, please point me into your direction. Who out here that's not, Mr. and Mrs. 300K? I'm talking regular, degular Americans. Who is out here able to uphold all the bills for the house, even if y'all both work, uphold the bills for the house, Make sure your kids taken care of. Pay their tuition if they in school or daycare. All your groceries handled. Not missing nothing. Top of covering your medications. On top of stuff like that. And then car maintenance, beloved. And then still being able to manage and save something on the side. Tell me who you are. Who are you and how are you doing it? Because baby, I did the math. I did the calculations. I did the calculations on the calculus, and it's not the math is not arithmeticing. The math is not mathematically mathing. It's my quantitative analysis cannot figure out how to do this. This does not compute. Life is a luxury, and damn near 85% of us cannot afford it. And if we do try to afford it, I guarantee we missing something that's not going to get handled. If we can afford rent, we can't cover groceries. If we can cover groceries, we can't cover rent. If we can cover both of those, we're going to be missing a meal. If we did all of that, we're going to be missing something on the side. We can't get health care. We can't get health insurance, etc., etc., etc. Ghetto as hell. I hate it here. That's it. That's all I'm on the list. Goodbye, y'all.
People can only cut back so much until there's nothing left to cut. Tell me what's hurting your budget the most right now, because I know everybody is feeling something. If you're tired of pretending these prices are normal, hit subscribe and let's keep the conversation going. I can't be the only one feeling like this is crazy. Happy every day.
I know if it overthink